Hello, it's Lisa Jones.
And Goldyn Duffy.
And we are the Real Ones, and we are here today with you live. Well, I guess we're live. We're having technical difficulties being live on Facebook, so we're just going to go from here.
Yeah, we're going to let it rip, and we're going to just put out the recording, and you guys can enjoy it later. For some reason, now is not the time for anyone to be watching this.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
You know, I like the freedom in that. I like the freedom in just not being bunged about this technology stuff. You know, it's like, just if we can get that way in our life. And I know that book, and we shared this many, many times about that book, The Zen of, what is it? I always forget.
Happiness and the Art of Zen, or Zen and the Art of Happiness.
Yeah. And if that's Chris Prentice. And if you get to the point in your life where you see everything unfolding in that manner, like it's okay, like good things are going to come from this. I can't wait to see the good that's going to come from this. Then you just get more of a feeling of confidence that you are a creator and that nothing bad is happening. Nothing serious is really going on. Yeah. So I think that's a really good lesson, and just feeling the freedom of not being all angsty when stuff doesn't work the way we planned.
Absolutely. I know I was talking to my my birth mom, and she was saying, you know, it's so, because she was talking to my half brother and then me, and then my half sister was calling her when she was talking to me, and she's like, you know, as a parent, you just want your children to be happy all the time. But then, you know, she's like, I realize my own life hasn't been happy all the time, and it's just the way it is. I'm like, I know, it's like the roller coaster, right? Like you're on the ride, and without the downs, you never get the ups. I mean, it's just,
it's the contrast, right? It's the contrast that allows us to create a bigger, stronger, more intense capacity for joy. If we don't know sadness, we don't know happiness. So it's that polarization that we have to live our life through. And also the challenges is what calls the desire through
Absolutely.
us. You know? It's part of that creation process. I was listening to a really good thing on depression today. I've personally had some heavy energy, and I know you have as well. I know whenever Lisa and I are just like kind of not coming together, and then we end up talking and we're like, okay, who's driving the car off the cliff? Like we're literally in those moments together. And so, you know, it's not to say that we're suicidal, but we get to these moments of what is the point and what is the purpose, and everything just feels heavy and overwhelming. And so it's like you're in this drudgery. And so I was listening to Abraham Hicks this morning about depression, and she's like, without these step one moments, like depression is part of our guidance system, right? It's there to show us whether we're separating ourselves from our internal goodness and from our source, from our divine connection. So I was thinking how like the part that screws us up, and the reason why people stay in depression for so long, is that we fight it. We get in resistance with it. We say, I shouldn't feel this way. And we get down on the fact that we're down, right?
Right, absolutely.
There's no saving us. And if we get to the point where we can just stop and go, it's okay. It's okay that I want to sleep right now. It's okay that I want to watch TV. It's okay that I don't want to be with people right now. It's okay. Then what happens is you start to up level the vibration. And then before you know it, you start noticing things like the flowers outside or the birds, or things start catching your eye where you go, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
That's right. I have a great story to share about this kind of feeling. So I went down to the beach this morning, and it's been a heck of a weekend. I had some exes come out of the woodwork that, I mean, I haven't heard from in a long time.
That's the world turns with Lisa Jones.
No kidding. That's exactly right. And, you know, and it's just like I thought, oh, you know, I've got this all handled. But then when something comes up and I get confronted by things that I thought were handled, you know, you
feel the triggers.
I feel the triggers, and I get triggered, and it's, you know, and especially it was so weird because it happened within 24 hours that, you know, one of the guys sent me an email, and then the other guy left a package in my mailbox, and I'm like, oh my God, what is happening right now? Why is this all unfolding? And then it's like, I felt like I was just getting gut punched like every day. There was another, you know, then another letter came, and then another email, and then somebody else told me some information about one of the other guys. So anyway, I'm just like, just enough. Like, why is it all happening right now? Right. So I'm at the beach this morning, I do my yoga, and then I always go into the ocean. I call it my baptism. And I was just laying on my back, and I'm just like, I'm just going to scream, you know, because my ears were covered. I'm like, nobody's going to be able to hear me, right? So I just start screaming in the ocean, right?
Now, hold on a second. Other people could hear you.
Well, I guess they could, but I was like, I don't care, right?
You're
I
lucky
mean,
they didn't send a lifeguard in to get you.
well, it was hilarious because seriously, I mean, in my own mind, I'm like, nobody's going to hear me because I couldn't hear, like my ears were plugged, right? So
That's so
I made up my own little story about this. Well, anyway, I get out. My two guy friends that are playing Frisbee, they're like waving like, okay, I'm glad you walked out because, you know, like what's happening? And then one of the guys comes over and he's like, great scream. That was awesome. I'm like, thank you. He's like, by the way, though, two women walked by and they said, how dare she do that? We got to give her a piece of our mind. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, so people are criticizing me for being out in the ocean and just letting me express a
and
moment.
Hold on a second. Why were those women not concerned for you as well?
Right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, if I heard that, I would be like, oh my God, is that person drowning themselves?
Like, are you okay? Like
right.
That was epic.
No, this is shocking to me that somebody would be like, we're going to give her a piece of our mind. And then I was a little triggered about that I'm like, I can't, but like, because I was thinking, like, I normally would scream in my car, but my dog is with me all the time. I don't want to scare my little dog, so I don't scream there. I can't scream in my house because I've got neighbors everywhere. So I was like, where else can I just let it go, right? And then it was funny because then I was just like, let it go. It's those women's problem, right? That I can't.
Yes.
Whatever. And then I walk down, I meet these two other women that are working out on the beach. I'm like, you guys, you're doing great. That looks so awesome. And I said, yeah, I just worked out and then just screamed in the ocean. They're like, oh, was that you? That was so awesome. We stopped and we looked and we're like, yeah, she's having a primal moment. That is so cool. She's doing that for humanity. And I am like, you guys are the best.
Good. That feels so good.
Right? So anyway, it was just, again, the contrast of people being upset rather than concerned, and then people that are celebrating that here's
an idea. Here's a business idea for 2020 that somebody could run with. Screaming rooms, right? Creating screaming rooms. Like, we need this now, okay? We need a place we can go and scream. And by the way, this is huge for Lisa Jones because she normally is very quiet and likes to follow the rules. Yes. So her screaming in a public place and not giving a shit what people think is pretty epic as far as I'm concerned. And I think the universe showed you by the reflection of those other women because you let the first reflection go.
That's right. Oh, I've got chills.
You are loved and supported. Oh,
I've got chills. Right? And guess what? That was my initial thought was like, oh my God, what are people going to think? They're not going to like it. Da, da, da. And so that was my first reflection I got, right? And then when I said, okay, whatever, I don't care. That's what they think. They can think that. And then my second reflection, which is what I desired, was one of upliftment. And then this is even the icing on top of the cake, is that I don't want to give away the names and the story of this situation, but I did text a friend and I said, oh my God, I can't even scream at the beach because, you know, people are upset about it. They're going to give me a piece of their mind. And he said, oh my God, let me tell you my story of screaming at the beach. He said, I was out of money. I was completely poor. So I just started screaming to God, where's the money? Where's the money? And he comes out of the water and this guy approaches him and says, hey, what was that all about? And he said, I have music that I want to produce, but I have no money and I have no way of, you know, I don't have a studio or anything. And the guy said, oh, well, I'm a Grammy award winning artist. And do you have anything to exchange? And this guy's a phenomenal photographer. That's his other job. And so he did his artwork this is a Grammy award winning artist. And my friend did the artwork or the covers of his albums. And he got to record with not only with top people in the industry because of him screaming in the ocean.
And you don't always have to scream.
No, you don't.
But sometimes.
But isn't that an amazing story?
I love it. That's fantastic.
Wow.
The fact that you shared that with him and he had a similar experience.
Well, that's it. That to me, so it was kind of up leveling. Like first you get the pushback and then you get, oh no, that was so cool. I'm happy you screamed. And then I got the icing on the cake of actually somebody like their career got started that way by screaming in the ocean.
That is fantastic.
So anyway, crazy.
I love it. That's
crazy,
really cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's a good manifestation story, right?
Well, we'll see. I hopefully my voice is okay. I kind of was letting it go. It's
Long
all,
time
I
since I've
felt
let
so
out
much better though. Let me
some
tell you,
real primal screams, right?
I feel so much better though. I'm telling you, I just had to let it all go. Like, I mean, all of my
You know, we
mind
keep all
chatter.
this, right, and we keep all this stuff like trapped inside of our bodies.
Yeah.
And, you know, yeah, you can breathe it away and stuff, but sometimes it's like we get to that point where it's like such a state of overwhelmment that the only way to release it. And that's why a lot of times people get into huge fights with people, you know.
Yeah.
We used to do this like way back in the beginning of our relationship where we would get into these screaming fights with one another. We don't do that anymore because we work on our stuff as we go along. It's not necessary to do that. And I don't think we have the triggers that we used to have, but you know, if you are feeling super triggered by people, you always feel better after you have these massive drag out fights, you know?
Well, see, and that's
it
not me. I've
clears the
never done
energy.
that. Yeah, I've never done
Oh,
that in my life before. So this to me, like you said, like screaming in public is just like, wow, like that's a
yeah, like
huge,
I can't believe I did that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Which again, I mean, now I'm thrilled I did, but it's just interesting. But like you said, it's a way to let go of excess energy, and
and
that's why there's so
frustration, yeah,
much frustration in the world right now. Like people are just, you
because
know,
we've
and
been
there's
taught
and
not to
people.
do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And people are all, it's all being contained. And so, and then, you know, we're all being forced to, you know, not be able to interact with others and whatnot. So it's just, you can just feel the tension around
Yeah. Yeah. The
from
tension's
people.
definitely high for
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to address too was different timelines. I watched this woman yesterday and she was doing a thing. It was a little woo woo for me, but I liked what she had to say. And she really basically was just saying how, you know, there's all these different timelines right now. And there's timelines of very low vibration. And those are the people that are living in a lot of fear and anxiety and, you know, anger over racism and anger over the president and anger, you know, there's a lot of that going on. But then there's this other side of it, this awakening, the higher consciousness, which we have been sharing with people in living in that higher state. And what's going to happen is the timelines, you know, we're going to rise and we're going to rise above all of this and we're going to create a better world. Like that's the end game, you know, that's the game that we want to play in. And so when we look at the world, it looks so imperfect and it looks like it's in the biggest upheaval it's ever been in. And the reality is we have to get better at our inside game. You know, we've got to go within, we got to clean up our stuff. And then we've got to continually raise the vibration of consciousness where we reach for compassion. You know, where those two women that judged you for screaming or whatever, you know, where is the compassion? Where is the connection to the human spirit? Because the connection to the human spirit right now is being challenged. You know, our human connections are being very challenged. So I'm finding myself in a state of like serious compassion with people. Like when I talk to them. So I had gone to San Clemente. It's this cute little beach town. And there were these people, and it's so funny when you meet people and you connect, like just instant connection, and you just start talking like you're great friends. So they had this baby Rottweiler that was like 10 weeks old, and they were getting all the attention, and we were making jokes about it because the dog, I think the dog was a boy and it had a pink collar, and we were talking about gender confusion and just made a lot of jokes about that. And then they shared with me that they had been evacuated from up north and that they had to move their horses and how scary it was leaving a place like that when there's tons of smoke and just traffic and trying to get out and just that feeling. And I couldn't, it was almost like I was in their shoes. Like I felt the empathy of their situation so deeply that I just said, well, I'm gonna surround your house in angels. And I got like all teary-eyed, and he did. And he looked at me and he was like, I so needed to hear that. Now, I didn't question what I didn't say, oh, they're going to think I'm weird or maybe I shouldn't share that. It just came out of my mouth. And I love when that happens. And I've done it a couple of times since where I'm not really worried if people aren't spiritual, because I mean, if you're going to say, I'm going to send angels around your house, hopefully somebody's going to be okay with that, you know?
Exactly. Right.
So then that's what kind of spawned this idea of the rain meditation, because I was realizing like, we have smoke here so bad. Our air quality is nasty right now, and we're not even close to the fires. So I can't even imagine. And I know Laura Lee, one of our loves on our page, is really dealing with a lot of poor air quality and smoke and the possibility of being evacuated. So I thought, you know, there's angels for rain. Like, why are we not calling in the angels for rain? I saw that there was a meme about, the Native American culture and how they didn't ask for rain. They became the rain. They felt the rain. So I've been doing that meditation every morning where I feel the rain. I smell the rain. I mean, we haven't had rain in California in months. So to just go into that state of, we have the potential to help this situation. And
love
in
that.
any situation anybody is facing, we can call in angels for them. There's no reason. And we can also wake them up to the possibility of, oh, I can surround my house in angels or my children or whatever the situation is.
Awesome. Well, I think do you want to do the rain, calling in the rain, or becoming the rain?
Becoming the rain.
Becoming the rain. I like it.
Why not? I wish we had a rain stick. That would be very nice.
I know. I love rain sticks.
If you have a rain stick, you could use it while you're listening,
yes,
I suppose.
Exactly.
I don't have one of those, but I do like them.
Okay.
All right. So it's been a while since we did a group meditation, and we're just going to invite everybody in who, even if you're not an avid meditator, this is something that you can do to just help up level, to help draw things in, to help invite in, and to get into your own awareness of your body, your spirituality, and your divine connection.
Absolutely. Sounds good. So everybody, just if you're only if you're not driving, or only if you're in a seated position or laying down, that's perfect too. You can just close your eyes and take a big inhale and exhale.
Let's just breathe out all the tension, shake it out, all the tension, all the, all of the things that we've seen lately that are just not wanted. Let's just breathe all of that out. Let it go. It's all just an illusion. It's all just a story that's being created.
Yeah, it feels so real. It's like when you're in a movie theater, right? And you forget that you're watching a movie. It just becomes real. That's exactly what's happening here on Earth right now, is that we think this is all real.
Yeah.
And it's just really an illusion. This is all. It's all just holographic images that, we've decided is real for us. And so it has become real.
And we have the potential to create the next moments with what we decide to tune into, what we decide to hone our focus on. That's what makes us so brilliant, is we have the ability to focus on wanted or to focus on unwanted. So as we bring our attention back and we focus on what is wanted, we just feel the rain, we feel the water, we feel the cleansing of the earth, bringing us to this moment in time together where all things are possible.
And just smelling that beautiful rain. I just got a beautiful scent of rain. Here I am in dry Wailea, Maui, where again, we've hardly had any rain at all, but I can just smell that sweet, sweet smell of rain right here, right now, just feeling it on my skin. Hearing it on the rooftop. Seeing it on the pavement, on the land, on the petals of all the flowers and the leaves. And just seeing the entire west coast of the mainland being drenched in beautiful, beautiful rain. Nice soaking rain.
Bringing relief, bringing cleansing, bringing bringing the energy of the divine down upon the earth in a way that feels miraculous and real and strong, and allows us all to activate our knowing in the truth that we are always protected, that we are never alone, and that we have the ability to focus and expand on anything we choose.
And I'm just seeing all those rain angels just everywhere, just filling the skies with their beautiful wings. And
I actually saw them with like a blanket of rain, kind of laying a blanket of rain over the earth.
Beautiful. Yeah.
High vibrational energy, high vibrational water, high vibrational beings that are always here, filled with love and light, and always accessible to us no matter what is happening.
Absolutely. I've heard that tears, like tears of joy and tears of sadness, have different vibration. And actually, if you freeze them and then look at their crystal structure, they're different. And so what I'm seeing is that the rain that's falling right now, it's like a high vibe rain of awakening, so not only is it nurturing the planet and putting out the fires, but it's also awakening anybody and everybody that is in the vicinity of this beautiful, cool, nurturing rain that's happening right here, right now.
And we just hold everyone in this space, surrounding everyone in this space with angels, and the knowing that they are always protected and always kept in the highest vibrational energy, allowing everyone to wake up to the possibility of invitation, of inviting in your non-physical counterparts to co-create with you, to facilitate with you, to manifest with you, and to be part of your physical experience so that you can see the incredible energy that is all around you, that is often covered by a veil.
Absolutely. And clearing all of that smoke. That's the other thing I'm getting, is just absolute clarity. Part of the smoke in the air is about lack of clarity and, the heaviness of
uncertainty.
Yeah. So it's almost like we've created in the physical plane what's going on in our mental plane. The less clarity you have in your own brain, the more, that it gets created in the physical world. And so there's so much unrest and dis-ease and unknowingness and, all of these things that are happening. That's why this is, being manifested within the physical realm.
Calling us to more.
So the more that we can be clear and go within and find our
peace
and love and joy, those are the things that are going to elevate us out of this darkness, out of this time of, fear and negativity and displeasure.
Yes, all the energies that have been lying dormant underneath for so long are now being called forth. And it is our job as light workers, as warriors, to stand in the space of cleansing, of clearing, of reaching higher for compassion and joy and love, and no longer spending time focusing on a narrative that doesn't serve, that creates anxiety or worry or fear. Trusting in our own well-being and our knowing that our natural state of being is joy and health, and the knowing of what we are an expression of. Being an expression of source means we are untouchable. We are untouchable. And anything we experience, we will ride the waves of all of it and come out better and stronger and with more knowing of who we are and what we are connected to.
Oh, I can so feel that. My whole body is just filled with loving energy. And that's the idea, is that if we can collectively come together and be in this beautiful love and light and bring forth this beautiful nurturing of liquid water onto the earth and help to soothe it and to, soften the harsh and hot coals that are happening. I mean, it's such a metaphor, isn't it? I mean, the fact that things are burning, I mean, it's such a metaphor for what we're going through just as human beings in general during this time.
So just bringing light into your body from the top of your head, just allowing the light to take place, take space in each one of your cells, up-leveling your DNA structure and allowing you to sit in this place of knowing that you are a powerful creator. And whatever you focus on expands. So as you spend time deciding that the present moment is the only one that matters, and that you can enhance and immerse yourself in more and more joy in the present moment, you will feel the abundance of your nature. You will activate the abundance in your life story. You will activate peace and a feeling of genuine love for those around you, because you will activate your connection stronger, deeper, more intensely than ever before. It is our time. It is our time to be here together. It is our time to come together as one and to love all those around us. No matter what story they are creating, we can love them where they are and accept them for what they're going through, and know that we are all on this journey in different paths. We are all on a different place in our path, and to offer that compassion back to those who need it most will only enhance the world and allow more love to be facilitated.
Taking one more big inhale and exhale. And slowly coming back to your body right here, right now. Just embodying all of that wisdom that was just imparted, up-leveling your beautiful body. And then slowly blinking open your eyes and coming back to this beautiful world. That was so nice. I feel better.
I do. Yeah. I don't know why we don't do that every day. Maybe we should.
I'm telling you, there's some like clouds that just rolled in to Wailea. Yeah. I'm like, I swear, I kept like smelling this like rain, and I'm like, this is amazing. I'll have to post photos if it starts raining.
Oh, fantastic.
I should say when it starts raining.
Yes, when it starts raining.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. And I mean, the more people that do this, the stronger the energy is going to be. And, you know, it's like the more the invitation for cleansing. And I love that you had that metaphor that came up, the fire, like we're burning it off. We're burning off all of the anger. We're burning off all of the hate. Like this needs to happen on our earth plane in a way that's going to allow us to come to a newly cleansed place. And sometimes, you know, when your whole world falls apart, you know, it kind of needs to look like decimation before you can rebuild and start creating something from a stronger foundation.
Well, it's the phoenix coming out of the fire, right? So that's what we're doing. We're burning it down, baby. And now we just need to let it be. Let it be. Yeah. And so it is. And so it is. Wow.
That's some intense.
That's amazing. Cool. Well, anything else we want to add? Well, I guess that, share this with your friends, put it on your page, you know, or on your,
we'll definitely work on, getting this onto Facebook too. So that it can be shared and we can start making the difference that we were brought here to create, you know?
That's right. Wow.
Good stuff.
Okay. Well,
I'm kind of like just blank. It's like you get to that point where you're just like, I'm just clean and clear now. What else can we say?
I feel so blissed out that I'm kind of like, I think that's a wrap for today, unless there's any amazing other thing that can be said, but I'm just like, so.
No, I had planned on sharing a lot of things, but when you get to this point, it just feels like, well, I think we did our job.
I think we did too.
All right. We love you guys, and we're excited to be back. We're going to be on more of a regular schedule now. Now that we are just, you know, we've got some family stuff that wrapped up, and we are excited to co-create with you. We are excited to manifest with you. We're excited to help you. If you email us, goldynandlisa@gmail.com, we do sessions with people that are donation-based, allowing a transference of energy. So it's a clearing of what you're experiencing, and it's an allowing and intending, a very strong intention for what you're looking to create. So they're very powerful sessions, and we've had some incredible results with people that we've worked with. So, and then if you go to our website, therealones.com, we've got guided meditations and different things on our website. So subscribe there. What else? Anything else?
I think that's it. Well, if you subscribe to YouTube, you also, if you let us know, you get a free Abundance is Our Birthright download, which is super amazing. We've had amazing results from that. So
sure. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we love you guys.
Much love. Aloha.
Peace.